So this next baby is a baby I have never painted before because it's a new Bountiful Baby Realborn. This round of babies was all Bountiful Baby Realborns again. I keep trying to paint them down and then they keep releasing sculpts and I keep buying them. So my goodness. And some of them are so darn cute, you can't resist. So this is Miss Callie. I'm gonna wet her hair a little bit. And she is teeny weeny. She's like, I don't know, maybe 17, 18 inches. She's little. Really sweet face, super sweet face. I'm putting newborn stuff on her because the stuff I wanted her to wear just happens to be that size. And so she might swim a little bit in her clothes, but that's okay with me. I would rather have things be a little bit too big than tight. Ugh, I hate the way that looks. And this is actually a little onesie that the Dollatorium sent me. And I think it's so cute. It's a little bear t-shirt. What else happened this week? Oh, we had the insurrection, which was terrifying. I was out here watching the news, painting babies, and I saw that happen and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And I'm not going to go into detail about it just because I think we've all had enough and everybody needs a place to go and just kind of escape that stuff. I have to acknowledge it because it was a big deal and it was very scary. My sons and I, my 8-year-old and my 21-year-old, sat here and we watched some of it. Not all of it. I didn't have them watch all of it. I watched all of it. It's not pretty history, but I wanted them to see it and understand it and remember it. I think it's important. And it was frightening to me. It was really, really frightening. And I'm still, you know, shaken about it. And I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Let's just, you know, escape into this Dolly place for right now. We can always turn on the news and get more of that. But, ooh, that was pretty awful. I'm going to put her in these little white pants. Hopefully they will fit her. I have some preemie pink ones, but my preemie pants are so tiny. And I don't want them to look like tights. I want her to look like a baby. There, I like the way that looks. That's cute. And I have some little, cute little, I don't know if they're bears or kitties, but they're adorable. Socks I'm gonna put on her. And my oldest son is having a hard time with the isolation. So he took off for a night. I've talked about before, we have a old 1970s beat up houseboat out on the water. It's not the most attractive thing in the whole world, but it's a nice little getaway and it's out where there are no people and it's not too far a drive. And so he could go out there and spend the night and get away from the house and, you know, be with nature, have some quiet time. And he felt really good when he came back. He just needed a night away from this house. I love this sweater. I'm gonna give this baby's hair a quick comb. Not that it makes a difference once I put her hat on. It won't, you know, stay like this. And this mohair that I use for this baby, this is, I do believe this is a Delta Dawn hair, but it is a, looks like it's the first shear. It's super fine. It's so baby fine. This would be the perfect hair to root a baby with if you were not doing painting underneath. It's so fine and it doesn't stick up. It kind of stays down. Does that make sense? It's not a flyaway. It's a really pretty fine hair. It doesn't stick up. She's so sweet. Let me give you a little look. Absolutely sweet. I just wanted her in lots of pinks. I don't know why. I just sometimes get, you know, get a feeling for how I want that baby to look. And I think she's cute. She's really cute. That's Callie. She's a little bit bigger. I'm not sure. I think she's a 19 or a 20 inch. I can't remember. I'm gonna get her hair nice and wet. Her hair painting turned out pretty. I really didn't want to root on top because I thought, oh, I don't want to cover up that painting. But you know, the softness is nice. It's become a thing. I think she looks great. Sometimes you get a little texture from the varnish. And if I fuss with that, I will just make a mess. But I think it's okay. She looks cute. She looks so relaxed, doesn't she? Kind of sleepy. So I was glued to the television more than I needed to be. And it was really bumming me out. But, you know, you have to sometimes just think about all the good things. And you have to stay hopeful. That's all you can do. There's some things you just don't have control over immediately. I mean, long run, we do have some control. I mean, there are things we can do, you know. We can vote. We can raise good kids. We can serve in our communities. We can be good people, you know. That's more powerful than you even realize. So aside from all of that, you know, here in California, we are still locked down. You may have heard on the news that we're not doing great, and we are not. And I know that there are all kinds of people saying all kinds of things on the internet. But if you want the truth, you know, go to the source. I live in Northern California, and things are not good here. They are quite scary. Southern California, much worse than here. But, you know, we are still surging. We still have crowded hospitals. I have family members, 8 of them, who all decided to gather in another state, from one state to another, and gather for Christmas. And all 8 of them got COVID. They passed it to each other. The younger kids did okay, and the older people, not as much. And I have a cousin with MS, and she did not well at all. You know, she was pretty miserable. Luckily, she got treatment right away, and because she has MS, she got the dexamethasone and a couple of other things right away. She's now doing okay. And one of those family members whose family got sick off next week to a kids hockey tournament, now that they're all better. So there you go. And it might seem like, well, you know, there must be something wrong with California. There's nothing wrong with California. We just, we're just way ahead of other states. So, you know, what's happening to us can and most likely will happen where you are too at some point. Now, we are a huge state, and we do have a huge population. I think, I could be wrong, but I think we have the most populated states. I would think that you'd all just take a lesson from us and say, ooh, we don't want to end up like that, you know. That is not worth it. But I'm guessing not a lot of people will, even now. Seems like people are still thinking it's not that big a deal. We have no doubt about it here right now. No doubt about it at all. For the love of God, please stop passing that COVID is 99% survivable meme around. And the CDC did not say that, ever. So that is just what they call, you know, just social media bullshit. So please don't pass that around. It's not fair, and it's hurtful and harmful when people pass around things that they don't know. Just because you see it on social media or somebody makes a really cute meme, that doesn't mean that's the truth. So you can always go to CDC and find out correct information. You know, we have field morgues in Southern California right now. You don't want that where you live. You just don't. You don't want what we have. All I know is you just have to try hard to do your best. Just have to try hard to do your best. If you don't want your businesses shut down, if you don't want to be in lockdown for months and months and months and months and months, and I don't mean like we only go out to eat once a week now and we only have 10 people at a birthday party instead of 30 people at a birthday party. That's not what I'm talking about. You know, my little guy hasn't had a play date in 8 months. He hasn't seen another kid. The best way to keep things open and to keep businesses going is to just not let COVID into your communities, and that's easy enough to do. You know, wash your hands, stay at home, don't have parties, don't visit your relatives, don't have a barbecue, don't go to Universal Studios in Orlando. Look at their numbers, you know, they're not great. We'll have time to do that later. Let's just keep everybody alive so we can do that. And that used to be like a no-no because it was like a political thing to say. It's not a political thing. It's just a life and death thing. Let's just be good to each other. Please, let's be good to each other. No matter what your religion is, where you stand politically, you know, if you're watching YouTube videos about conspiracy theories, I don't care about any of that. I just care about people not dying. So let's just do our best. We can have all those other arguments and differences of opinion and stuff later about a lot of other things. Right now, let's just stay safe. This little outfit is adorable, and I feel like I ruined her getting dressed with all of my COVID talk. Let me show you. This is Marnie. She's so cute. Oh, I finally got my Nino. I don't know if it's Nino or Nino. He is a little person baby. And I have been waiting and waiting and waiting. I ordered him from Trueborns and he finally got here. Poor Bobby, the owner of Trueborns. I've been just emailing her and driving her crazy. I hope she's not mad at me. I was so impatient. But he's finally here. And then I have Gretel coming. And then I have, I ordered 2 spices. I think that's Donna Rupert. That sculpted those for Bountiful Baby. It's kind of a baby that's a little on the chubby, you know, double chin side, and I love that. I'm a sucker for a chubby baby. I have those coming. I got a Daphne, and I think that's about it for me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you may have heard me say it before, but for some reason I can't explain, I ended up with 6 Realborn Josephs. They must have gone on sale, or I didn't know I had any, or something. I don't know. And I think this might be my last Joseph. And now I'm going to miss him because I really like that sculpt. I'm just giving him a good once over. He's heavy. I think I'm weighting my babies heavier now. I never weigh them, but I think I'm just, I don't know why, but they just seem a little heavier to me. I kind of like them on the heavy side. I think it's easier for someone to open up a baby and lighten them up a little bit than it is for them to make them heavier, because not everybody has access to glass beads. So if you get a baby of mine and it's a little heavy, email me. I will walk you through, or you can just, you know, look at a YouTube video. I even have some YouTube videos on how to take your baby apart. It's not too scarring. It's not that terrible. Now this baby I did Genesis Heat Set Paint Matte Varnish, and then I did 2 coats of Americana Soft Touch. I'm experimenting because, again, I don't want these babies to feel like they have sandpaper skin, and I want them to be a little more dewy. And you're probably wondering why I am bothering to comb out hair when they're just gonna go into their bins with a hat on. It's just because I want to make sure, since I'm here, that they don't have any bald spots that I'm missing, or they don't need a trim or something. I just like to be ready when I go into photography. I don't want to stop in the middle and do repairs. I love these. I don't have any more of the gray. I only have them in pink now. So this is my last gray one. I should have put a t-shirt on. I probably will put a t-shirt on him before I send him out, because when I do photos, I will probably do him in baby whites.